Cool. So in today's session, what I expect you to do is that you can ask the doubts in any language. I'll try to respond in English so that most of you are able to understand it. And even if someone is watching this recorded video, he also doesn't have a lot of problem in understanding, right? So let me share my screen and let's get started. So you can share your profile. Whosoever wants his profile to be reviewed first, he can share his profile. Or if he has a doubt, he can let me know. Okay. Last resort. You're the person who has 1690 rating, right? Okay. So what's your doubt, last resort?
Sir, I have a doubt that I'm stuck in that range 1500 to 1600 from past 5 to 6 months.
Okay.
So how to get out of that range? And
You see one thing funny. I'm actually right now at 1629, right? And you are at 1690. But anyway, the thing is that you are stuck in this particular range, right? So one obvious thing is that you might think, since you are having a good rating right now, so you might think that you will not be giving contest for a while and you want to be at this particular rating. But that's gonna be counterproductive. Let me show you my graph as well. So see, this thing is gonna be here. So I was also stuck in this particular range that was 1550 to 1650, right? So you get stuck in a particular range, but after some amount of time you'll get out of it. The only thing that you need to do is, because this particular range right over here that is below 1900, right? So this particular range doesn't require you to know complicated DSOs or anything of that sorts. So just knowing the basics is enough. But yeah, one thing you have to do is a lot of practice is what is required in this particular range. So no like tricks and tips for my end. What I'll say is continue with the practice. Try to solve good questions of 1700 to 1900 range. Or if yeah, 1700 1900 is cool. If you think that you are stuck in 50, if you feel that you'll are like after the next contest, so are you gonna give the next contest tomorrow? Do you plan on giving that?
probably not.
Why is that the case?
Actually, I'm going somewhere tomorrow, so I won't be able to attend.
Okay.
But even I was planning that I would probably give around after a month of practice,
No. So
because
yeah.
in last Div 3 it literally jumped, because that Div 3 was like a speed code.
Right.
So it literally jumped like plus 100 delta.
Okay.
Now I plan to give it around after a month or
No, so
something.
so see, that's exactly what I was talking in the first half. So that's gonna be counterproductive. The reason being that you'll think that you'll not be giving it right now because you have a good rating, right? But at the end of the day, you have to think that why do you even have this rating? Like, are you trying to show this to someone, or are you gonna brag about it? It's really great to brag. I'll say that because if you're gonna brag, then you'll definitely have to work hard, right? But that's a different story. So if you if just because of the rating you're stop gonna give the contest, that's gonna be counterproductive, because you'll at a time you'll start forgetting that how do you even participate under pressure, right? It's fine if you want to give more time towards preparation, but if it's because that you have a rating right now and you don't want that to be dumped, right? That's really counterproductive. I won't suggest you that. So you can check my rating as well. I was in 1754, right? Or 17 yeah, I was at 1740, I guess. I knew that I'm gonna give contest, my rating's gonna drop, because I knew that this is above my level. I even posted it on YouTube that okay, I know that this rating is gonna come down, but right now I'm in top 600 Indian coders. But the entire point is that you have to keep grinding and keep solving contests. It doesn't matter in the short run if your rating falls or not. In the long run, it will definitely go up if you keep grinding, if you keep solving more problems and stuff. Makes
Got
sense
it.
to you?
So
Makes sense to you?
you mean I should give contest
Yeah.
like the recent ones also, so that in the long run it's more better, but
Yep.
short-term rating doesn't matter much.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So are you in the third year or something?
I'm actually in the fourth year. I'm about to graduate
So
in
you
the
got a
next 3 months.
placement? You got a placement, or you still unplaced and you're trying for company?
I have a offer,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a dicey one. Like it might get revoked, it might not get revoked.
Oh,
So I'm a little confused, like what to do. So
see.
just doing CP and lead code only.
Okay, so see, two things over here. So this is a common suggestion to everyone, because a lot of people have this doubt. So when we are talking about that, people tend to have like they stop coding because they know that I'm at a particular level, right? And it's gonna dump. So they stop coding because they want to put that particular rating in their resume. if I show you my resume over there, I've mentioned that the rating is 1754. Right now my rating is 1629, right? I still have mentioned it 1754 because in the resume itself you're gonna mention the highest rating you have achieved. So over there you're gonna mention 1619 itself, even if it dumps down to maybe 1450 or 1550, doesn't matter. You're still gonna write the same. So my suggestion is keep giving the contests. As far as the placement thing is concerned, if you are concerned about it that your offer might be revoked, so right now the market is a bit grim. The top companies or the top notch companies are not actually hiring, are at a hiring spree. They're not at a hiring spree right now. But you can always try for startups and stuff, right? So like I'll advise spend like 15-20 minutes or maybe half an hour daily on LinkedIn. Try to find vacancies or job openings that fit your role or the things you actually desire. Spend a bit of time over there. Keep lead coding. Keep doing
Right.
contests on code forces. That's gonna help.
Got it. Got it.
And your range needs to be, I'll say it should be 1700 to 1800. That makes sense.
Sounds cool.
You want me to view your performance or the questions you have solved, or it's fine?
It's probably fine. I have actually solved a lot of questions in
Okay,
1600 and 1700 range.
let's just visualize that. Let's see. Most of the times when I'm reviewing the profile of any candidate, so it actually appears over here. So if he has a doubt, right, and why his profile is not getting a, it's not increasing or stuff, so it probably appears over here. So in your case, you have actually solved a lot of 1600 questions and you are stuck somewhere between 1500 and 1600, right? Right now you need to target this particular range, 1700 to 1800. This is the range you're gonna if you target. So you have already solved 88 questions of 1700. That's great. I can say that soon enough you'll actually be a stable person above 1600. Looks like that to me. That makes sense.
Cool.
So yeah, you are practicing the right thing. I don't think that you need a lot of advices over here. Just be consistent. I'll say that's it. And congrats on becoming an expert.
Thank you. Thank you.
You deserved it, man. Yep. Cool guys. Who's next? Okay, so Anirog, Anurag. Sorry. Yeah. So stuck in specialist. How to cross the expert line? Last contest were very bad. How to manage? Let's just view a profile first. Okay. How to manage solve C and Div 2 in every contest? I'm struggling to do it. Sometime it strikes within 40 minutes of the contest, else it doesn't for the whole duration of the contest. I find C mostly tricky. So Anurag, C is mostly based on greedy algorithms. It happens, but it's not that common that in C problem you will be having some complex data structures or a DP question, right? So C most of the times is coming from maybe a greedy approach or a binary search thing. So you need to practice those kind of things. Cool. And let's just view your profile also. So oh, you were at 1587 and then it dumped. But anyway, I see a good trend in your graph. Anurag, are you able to hear me? And is your mic working? Anurag, if your mic is working, please speak up. Fine, I'm assuming that your mic isn't working. So anyway, so I'm actually seeing a good graph over here, right? You can see that in short term, definitely your graph is going up and down, going up and down, but that's a healthy trend. In the long run, I can see a consistent uptrend, and that is great. So if this uptrend follows, right? So if I don't know if you trade or not, but if you just draw a line right over here, right? So this line would suggest that this is the down point right now, and within like 4 or 5 more contests, you are gonna become an expert. At max in 10 contest, if this line doesn't breaks or if this trend doesn't reverses itself. So in a few contests, you are gonna become an expert. You are practicing the right things, I guess. Let's just see what you exactly are practicing, so that if there's any improvements over there, I can suggest you that. Okay, so yep, there are improvements, but you have already solved like 102 problems over here. So I won't say like you need to do this. Yeah, you can solve a bit more problems of 1800 if you want that. But yeah, the overall trend looks fine. The graph looks fine. Everything is up to the mark. Right now, if you're practicing, so I'll say that don't actually start doing these problems, right? Focus more on 1600, 1700 problems. or 1700, 1800 problems. This is the range you should be working on. Rest seems fine to me. You actually have a good profile, and the trend is really great. If you want like referral or something from Microsoft, you can contact me. If you want from some other company, still contact me. I'll try to hook you up with some other people. Oh, that's fine. Okay, his mic wasn't working, I guess. So let's review the next profile. Horcrux, your mic is working?
जी भैया आ गया मैं.
Okay, cool. Okay, Horcrux is Horcrux. Like over here, I'm able to see that you have been giving contest for around 9 months now, right? But you tend to miss the contest in between, right? Why is that the case?
भैया because I was giving some contest at CodeChef.
So it doesn't matter, man. Like CodeChef and Codeforces hardly intersect, right? So if their timings intersect, most of the times one of the other platform like changes its timing. So that cannot be excuse, right? What was the actual reason you're skipping the contests?
वो दोस्त साथ में देते कहते थे कि CodeChef देते हैं.
नहीं सो भाई देख सीन ये है कि इफ यू आर ट्राइंग टू गिव कोड शेफ एज वेल एज कोड फोर्सेज आई से या तो स्टिक टू कोड फोर्सेज बिकॉज द लेवल ऑफ क्वेश्चन और द टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन दैट कोड फोर्स इज आस्क इज एक्चुअली बेटर देन दैट ऑफ कोड शेफ प्लेन एंड सिंपल स्टेटमेंट आई नॉट शुगर कोटेड तो जैसा है वैसा ही है तो कोड फोर्सेज के क्वेश्चन बेटर होते हैं कोड शेफ से राइट
जी
तो इधर तो थोड़ा सा कंटेस्ट में फोकस कर बाकी लेट्स सी कि तू ये प्रैक्टिस कितनी कर रहा है वाई और ग्राफ इज गोइंग अप ऑल देख ट्रेंड तेरे में भी है कि अपवर्ड जा रहे हैं बट एक लॉन्गर टाइम ट्रेंड पे देख रहा है तो उतनी अच्छे डेल्टा के साथ ऊपर नहीं जा रहे मतलब ऊपर तो जा ही रहे हैं बट स्पीड इज लुकिंग दैट ग्रेट वन ऑफ द रीजन इज उन्होंने कंटेस्ट भी कम दिए हैं लेट्स सी एट योर प्रैक्टिस सी भाई प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं की तो ऊपर कैसे जाएगा तू अभी कितने पे है यू आर एट 1123 राइट तू प्रैक्टिस ही नहीं कर रहा ब्रो ऊपर तो नहीं जा पाएगी ना प्रोफाइल विदाउट प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग दिस क्वेश्चन मैन 1200 तेरे को मैं सजेस्ट करूँगा 1300 तो एक काम कर नेक्स्ट सेशन तक 1300 के एटलीस्ट 50 प्रॉब्लम मार के आइयो ठीक है
जी
दो हफ्ते 50 प्रॉब्लम्स कर सकता है इतना तो
जी भैया हो जाएगा
ना इतना करके आइयो 50 नहीं होगा तो एटलीस्ट गिव मी 20 तो बहुत आराम से हो सकता है राइट दिन की 2 प्रॉब्लम तो कोई भी कर सकता है तो
जी
दिन की 2 प्रॉब्लम्स कर 1300 ठीक है और
जी
तेरे को तो मैं डीएम भी करता हूँ सो आई कीप बी इन टच विद यू यू हैव टू सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम
जी ओके भैया
okay my mod is here so Pirate King is here. Pirate King your mic is working?
हेलो भैया
हाँ भाई क्या हाल है?
बस बढ़िया
Okay cool. Okay
आईसीपीसी के लिए रजिस्टर किया था आज
क्या?
आईसीपीसी के लिए रजिस्टर किया था आज
Okay all the best for that.
या थैंक यू
Okay so let's see this. So the uptrend is clearly visible, right? So I hope that everyone understands when I say uptrend, right? So the uptrend actually means that on longer time scale your graph shouldn't be like this, that it's not even moving. So if I plot a line in the lows, right? So this is a low, this is a low. These are global lows, I mean, right? So even if I plot a line for the global lows, it would be an uptrend, right? So that's what I want to see. If it's an uptrend, the direction is right. We can obviously accelerate it more, but the direction you are going in is right. So you became a pupil. Congrats again for that. I guess I already wished you.
थैंक यू
Okay. Let's see the problems you're solving. Pirate King, did we like view your profile earlier also?
हाँ
What
ये वो
was,
मेरे को मिला नहीं वो
क्या
सेक्शन जो आपने रिव्यू किया था
क्या
मैंने
नहीं
वो वाला वो क्या बोल रहे हो आप
मैंने तेरी प्रोफाइल पहले रिव्यू की थी
हाँ मैंने देखा था वो पर उसमें मेरे को मिला नहीं आपने
क्या
किया
नहीं
या
मिला
नहीं किया मतलब वो क्लिप नहीं मिला जहाँ मतलब मेरा पोर्शन आया ही नहीं शायद
तो तू लाइव नहीं
मतलब
था उस टाइम
शायद नहीं हाँ उस टाइम पे लाइव नहीं था फिर मैंने
ओ
उसको रिव्यू
कुल नहीं हुआ होगा फिर
दोबारा देखा
प्रोबेबली
था तो
नहीं हुआ होगा प्रोबेबली
हाँ
फिर कॉज मैं पूछता हूँ पहले रिव्यू करने से पहले तो जो उस टाइम लाइव होता है उसकी करता हूँ एनीवे चल तेरा
हाँ
प्रोफाइल
हाँ
देखते हैं ओके सो या भाई तेरे को भी सेम प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी ऑल्दो यू आर ऑन द राइट ट्रेंड राइट यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग प्रॉब्लम्स बट तो अब प्यूपिल ऑलरेडी हो गया है नाउ आई टेल यू समथिंग दैट इज नॉट दैट ग्रेट सो प्रोबली इन द नेक्स्ट round or in the next context you are again gonna become pupil right and that happens
या
so don't take that hard on yourself that actually would happen right so इतना इतना ऐसे ऊपर नीचे जाएगा तो in the next contest, you're probably gonna become a pupil. Oh, sorry, probably gonna become a newbie, and then after some time you'll become a pupil again, and this trend is gonna follow. But the advice I'm gonna give you is that right now you need to start practicing problems of 1300 1400 level. Okay, so this is the level you
हाँ
should be targeting. Make sense? I'll not say that
ठीक है
target this 1800 level or 1600 level. If you are doing that, that's fine. But more important is to target this particular level, that is 1300 to 1400. Cool.
ठीक
Cool, bro. Okay.
हाँ
Yeah.
कोई स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक इस रेंज में लाइक जो मुझे नया पढ़ना चाहिए
Let me see तूने क्या क्या topics किए हैं. So implementation you have done well, greedy you have done well, mathematics seems fine, constructive algorithms is also fine, brute force 58, strings, sorting, number theory is 33. DP I won't say in this particular range it's not required. 2 pointers को थोड़े से और कर लियो, ठीक है. Do a bit more for binary search
ठीक
for
है
obvious. For like binary search definitely do that. A bit of more questions from binary search, ठीक है. Constructive algorithms you have already done 71 questions, but the point is looking at your graph I feel that you are not able to solve B in a short span of time, right? So B
या
should be very quick. So for that you can practice more constructive problems and more greedy problems per se. Already you have solved a lot of problems, but if you solve more, then the time you're taking to solve the B problem would actually decrease, and that's something we want, right? So you can do that. Rest, I don't think at this particular level you need a lot of DSA and stuff or graphs and stuff. So I won't be commenting on that. But yeah, this thing should help. So focus more on the constructive problems. Try to solve more of them so that you are able to solve B as quick as possible and your rating grows. Parallelly, you can also study more stuff. You can study graphs, DP and stuff. But right now, to increase your rating, I'll say that the most efficient thing would be to solve the B problem faster. And for C problem, you'll most of the times need greedy or this binary search, right? So focus a bit over there also. Make sense?
ठीक
Cool, bro. Okay, Anurag is saying how to practice DP. Code forces पर DP का problem tag से अच्छा problem मिले नहीं रहा. Most of DP tag problems that editors are provided with greedy solutions. True. Tried CSCS at coder, but जब तक 203 से अच्छे DP का problem नहीं आएगा. Man, you just delete your comment over here. Anyway, so need source that have 300 to 400 DP problem. Okay, so you want to solve 300 to 400 problems, right? See, I can suggest you to go to LeetCode, and over there the tags are pretty pertinent. The only problem is that LeetCode problems are not that hard, but yeah, they'll get you to the level that you're able, where you are able to understand that how to solve a particular question with DP and stuff. So with the basic DP, you'll be clear. So if that is something you want to target, if you want to solve that many amount of problems, then I'll suggest you should go for LeetCode. And parallelly you can like whenever I'm having a session, I actually right now we are talking a lot about DP, so you can attend those sessions, and after the session we actually share the stuff, right, or the homework material, so you can go through that. For example, in the last session, right, okay, give me a second. Yeah, so this was the digit DP problems, right? So you could have gone over here, you could have seen these problems, right? So there were a lot of problems, so you can do that. And the benefit of doing this is because a lot of people in the group also would be solving these. So if you have any problems, so the doubt support would actually be pretty quick. So that is one thing you can leverage. That makes sense? Anyway, I guess your mic isn't working. So if that makes sense, just type it over here. Till then, I'm gonna review the next profile. So Qubit. Yeah, binary thinker. Okay, binary thinker. So you started in November. Is your mic working? Qubit, is your mic working? Okay, just assuming that your mic isn't working. Okay, so just assuming that you started in November, the graph is pretty good. Also, in which year are you? Can you at least reply over here so that I'm able to understand? Because otherwise it's just a one-way communication and I won't be able to help you much. So anyway, I'll wait for you to reply over here. Till then, I'll review the next profile. Hariom. Hariom, is your mic working?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, cool. So great. Okay, Hariom, so you have just solved like Yeah, you just solved like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 contests in total. Your
Yeah.
graph looks fine to me. It's an uptrend, but I cannot comment on this considering that there are only 5 data points I have, right? So these data points are too very less, but overall it looks fine to me. I'm assuming that right now you are able to solve A, and after some time you're also able to solve B. What I mean by that is that your time of summation for B is pretty huge, right? Let me just see your
Yeah,
solutions.
I'm
So
using.
that's going to reduce with practice. But a great thing is that you are trying to upsolve, so that actually matters. So upsolving is great. What I'll say is that if you are so over here, okay, so this is the contest. I don't know which contest, but yeah. Okay, so you tried solving G1, right? But you didn't try solving G2. Why was that the case?
Actually, I tried it, but I wasn't able to come up with an optimized solution.
Okay. Okay, cool. So there are ways to that. If you are trying a problem, you don't get the answer. So you can either go to the tutorial section and like learn that, or probably I would have made a
Mhm.
video on that, so you can watch that. If none of these things work for you, then just ask it in the CP doubts. I'm assuming that you're new to this group. Are you?
Yeah, I'm new.
Okay, so this is the CP doubts channel, and see, so these are the posts. So whenever anyone has a doubt, he makes a post out of it, and then I try to solve it.
Hmm.
So these are the open posts right now
Oh,
that someone, so okay, Monkey D. Luffy is talking about ICPC Amrita Puri. He has a question. Now I viewed it that okay, so then I looked at the problem and the problem seemed interesting to me. So I told him that it's a good problem. I'll take a look, right? So I try to help everyone out. For example, okay,
yeah,
so
actually, I am in his team only.
yeah, I know that. So I guess you were in the rest server also, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I remember you. So that is something you can do. So this thing is actually gonna help
Oh,
you, right?
oh,
So post whenever you have a doubt, post it right over here. Cool. And
okay.
about
And
your profile,
I
yeah.
also wanted to ask. I also wanted to ask that, like, how much maximum time should I give to a question? Like,
Okay,
what is
so
the maximum time that I should
this is
spend
actually a
on a
vague
question?
question. So see, the thing is that if that particular question is way above your level, right? Then even giving
Hmm.
40 minutes, 50 minutes, specifically, I'm talking about the like when you are solving it or upsolving it. I'm not talking about the contest solve because in contest you have to give as many as much time as you can, right? Because there's no option of
Hmm.
like not giving the contest or doing something else at that time. But while upsolving it,
Hmm.
if you think that the question is far above your level, so let's say you're right now you're just able to solve B, right? And now you're solving a D question or you're upsolving a D question. So I'm assuming that would be far above your level, right? So in that kind of a scenario, even if you're giving it 40 minutes, that's fine. But now if you're able to solve B and for a question, then if you start giving 20, 30 minutes, so that's not
Hmm.
advisable. So if you're giving more time to a question that is below your level, then you probably need to stop it right over there, and then you need to see the tutorial or the or some video, or need to ask help, and then need to analyze that why you weren't able to solve it in the first place, why you were taking time, if your concepts are a bit weak, or were you going in the wrong direction, so that you don't perform the same mistake in the future. Make sense?
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Cool, man. Okay, so Anurag had a question. Okay, you found this. Okay, I'll just cancel that. Bro, see, this is actually a very big list. Now, I also don't have a clue. Like, if it's good, if it's bad, I don't know. So, I don't know. Basically, I can't comment on something that I haven't tried myself. But the thing is that these questions are from Code Forces, Podge, and UVA, right? So, these are all reputed websites. So, I don't think like trying these would hurt. So even if let's say you try a problem and it's not of DP, then you're definitely gonna learn a different concept altogether. If you know that particular concept already, then it's not gonna take you long to solve the question. So I don't think that it won't be of a use. It might actually take you more time to solve it, and there could be better alternatives, but solving it definitely won't hurt, right? So I'll say go for it. Till that time, I'll just you can just post it in the CP Doubts channel or in the off topic, and if someone has already gone through it, he might be able to help you out. That works. I guess yeah, your mic isn't working, so let me know if you feel different about
No,
that.
it actually it's working. There was some noise, so I switched it off.
Hariom, I was actually talking to Anurag.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. He upvoted, so I guess it's cool now. Okay, so Ajay Singh, your mic is working?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Let's see your profile. Deadlock. Why isn't it not loading? Okay, it's up now. Okay, so I see that you started giving it back in 2021, but that then for a long, long time you didn't give any contest, and your like contests are pretty scattered. Why aren't you consistent?
Yeah. Uh, it's basically because I thought going into development side and then I basically मतलब वापस मन कर गया कि चलो सीपी कर लेते हैं तो फिर वापस सीपी कर गया मैं.
See, let me be clear with that. So yeah, both things are
हाँ
fine, right? If you want to go with development, that's totally cool. If you want to go with
हाँ
CP, that's also cool. If you want to do both, that's also cool, right? But then whatever
हाँ
you're doing, you have to be consistent with that. Because let's say right now you're
okay.
doing CP, right? And so this could be escapism kind of a scenario wherein you'll do CP for a while, and then after that you'll feel that okay, it's becoming a bit hard for me, so let's just switch again. So you'll go back to development. No, because of
Yeah.
all that context switching, at the end of the day,
हाँ
you'll not be having a lot of skills with you, right? So that is counterproductive. Don't do that. If you want to do both, do both. If you want to stick to something, stick to that. But don't try to switch again and again. Switching once is obviously fine, right? Once you can do
yeah.
that, so it's fine. But don't do that again, right? That's what I'm saying.
After that 4 months break, yeah, I got the problem that you're saying.
Yeah. So it actually
Okay.
happens. We humans have a tendency of escaping things when we think they are too tough
Yeah.
for us. Yeah.
And
Everyone has
in the period of May and June, I was thinking of doing lead code. So at that time, I do like few questions on lead code as well, but that doesn't work out also.
Okay, so see, the thing with lead code is that right now your level is not somewhere around like expert or something, right? So right now at your level you don't need a DSA. So I'll say up till pupil, right, or pupil or even specialist, you don't need actual DSA or complicated DSA. You don't even need to know about DP and graphs, right? So at this level, I don't think lead code is going to help much, because at this level, the things that actually help you is logic building or simply constructive algorithms or constructive problems. For that, you don't need lead code. For that, you need a lot of practice, which I'm sure you didn't do. So that is something you can work on. Let me check your profile. Okay, so yeah, this is your profile, right? So the heat map is also similar. So this was the time when you were doing lead code, right? So submissions over here. That's
Yeah.
obvious. That's fine. That's fine. No problem. But okay, over here, the problems you have practiced for 1200 is a lot, but you already have reached that particular level, right? So stop doing that. What I'll recommend is that start doing problems of 1400 to 1500 range, which you haven't, right? So this is the range you should be targeting right now, and try to be consistent. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Cool.
like daily, how much problem should I solve?
So it's not about daily target. So I'll say that if you really like CP, right, then spend as much time as you can. There cannot be a target. So if I tell you that okay, do 20 problems a day, and you might feel that that's way too many. If I ask you to do 2 problems
There's
a
no
day,
meaning.
you'll feel that okay,
Yeah.
at some days I can actually increase it to maybe 5 problems a day, right? So that totally depends. Whenever you have time, try to solve problems, right? And even if you're not able to make time out of it, make sure that you like take out some time of your daily routine and try to solve some problems at least. So there shouldn't be a day where you are completely out of touch. If you feel that kind of a scenario, just keep a tab at this CP doubt section. People keep posting doubts, right? So one good way of learning is that see their doubts and try to solve their problems. In that way, you'll be able to help others as well. And on top of that, you'll also be learning stuff. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool, bro. Okay.
And
Yeah.
like number of contests also I have to increase. Like
Yeah, definitely. So I'll
there
say
are
that
way too many million.
no. So yeah, in your profile, what I'm able to say is that the timeline is big, but you haven't given that many contests, right? So
Yeah, that's
I'll say the same thing to you that I told to other people. So you don't need to worry about your rating right now. What you need to worry is that you should be practicing a lot of problems and giving a lot of contests. So that is something you need to worry about. If it goes even down, it's no problem. If it goes up, that's great. It's no problem. Wherever it goes, it's fine. You just have to focus on your own growth, that you are learning new things, right? That should be your target, not the delta. Going up or down is completely
and
fine.
topic.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Topic wise approach.
Okay, so topic wise approach. Wait a second. Yeah. Okay, looking at your
Like,
topics, greedy is okay. So this is good. You have done a lot of greedy problems. That's great. Constructive problems is a bit less. So are you always able to solve B, right? I'm assuming you'll always be able to solve B, I guess.
या समटाइम्स लाइक पिछले वाले डिव 2 में नहीं कर पाए थे बी वाले,
That's not a
मतलब बहुत
problem.
लेट हुआ था.
Let's not talk about outliers. Most of the times you're able to solve B, right?
या मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स.
Okay, so how long does it generally take you to solve B?
Like जैसे if A takes approximately like 8 minutes, then after sometimes it takes 6 to 7 minutes, and sometimes it takes more than 20 minutes.
On average, you can tell me a number.
15.
Fine, that's fine. So yeah, you can solve some more problems or some more problems from constructive algorithms maybe, so that you can speed up your B. Other than that, start doing binary search and stuff, right? Greedy approaches you have already done a lot. Start doing a bit of problems from binary search so that you're also able to solve C when required. And if you don't want to go by a topic range, what you can do is just select this particular range. In this particular range, I don't think so yeah, 1400 to 1500 range you should be targeting. So your current is 1662. Yeah, that seems fine. So 1400 1500 you should be targeting. In this particular range you'll get a lot of problems from binary search, greedy and stuff. So that should be
Binary. Okay.
make sense.
Yeah.
Cool guys, who's next? Okay, Qubit. Yeah. Ajay, do you still have a doubt? Okay, cool.
No.
Cool man. Qubit, now your mic is working, I'm assuming your mic's working.
Yes, it's working.
Cool, awesome. Okay, let's see. Okay, so you're just a newbie. The graph trend is pretty good. You're going upwards. Okay, so let's see your practice. Qubit, are you happy with your performance, or you think you could have done better? What's your visualization of it? How you see it?
क्या मतलब मुझे सी नहीं होता अभी एक भी कॉन्टेस्ट में मैंने सी नहीं किया.
वो प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे कैसे होगा? So you haven't done any practice, right?
हाँ.
So you have to practice. I'll say, Qubit, can you mute your mic? There's a lot of noise. When I ask a question, please just unmute it and speak up because there's a lot of noise.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So see, you haven't done any sort of practice, I can see. So over here, you haven't done a lot of questions from 1300 to 1400 range. You are stuck at 1100, right? So you should be targeting this particular range. That is 1400, or even you can start with 1300 to 1500 range. This particular range you can start with. You haven't solved any questions. By any questions, you obviously will say that, okay, I've solved 14 questions from this, 8 questions from this, and 8 questions from this. But they are not ample amount of questions, right? Also, I'm able to see that your
Okay.
heat map is looking good or was looking good. Yeah, okay, so from October, you have been kind of persistent. There have been some breaks in between. I'm assuming these were your exam timings or something of that sort. The
Yeah,
heat map
yes.
looks good. Okay, October, November, December, January, February. And why are you solving a lot of questions from 800 range? You don't need to do that. So this is I'll not say it's counterproductive, but it's actually wasting a lot of time, which time you could have actually spent on this, on the 1300 1500 range, right? So stop doing these problems. You have already solved a lot of problems of 800 range. Start doing these problems. I know
Okay,
it
fine.
feels better to solve 800 because you'll always be able to do it and you'll get a quick adrenaline rush, but it's not helpful, right? Start doing these problems. You'll be able to grow. You're not targeting the right questions.
Okay.
Cool. Who's next? Okay. Prince, your mic is working.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool, man. Okay, Prince. So, and you are back to newbie. Anyway, you're from
Yes, sir.
UIT. Oh, great. Let's just view your profile and let's just see. You were consistent from July 2021. You are able to see uptrend in your graph. That's fine. But right now over here, if you observe, so you had some period where you didn't practice a lot of questions, right? In this particular period you didn't give a lot of contest, you didn't practice questions, and then you are seeing a downtrend. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is just because of inactivity. If you get back on the track, if you start solving problems again, the uptrend would continue. Let's just see the problems that you're solving. So you're getting my point. If you like start solving the problems again, right? So this was a
यस
period
सर,
of
काफी
inactivity.
टाइम हो गया था।
Mm-hmm.
यस सर। सर सी क्वेश्चन नहीं लग रहे थे कई कॉन्टेस्ट से, मैंने पहले सी करना ट्राई किया, फिर वो नहीं हुआ, इसकी वजह से रेटिंग गिर गया इस बार।
Okay, cool. Let me see, bro. But standing at 1200 to 1400 range, you were actually solving the right problems. Let me see. Just give me a second. If the problem count is right, I feel that you need to solve more problems definitely, right? So that's one thing you can do. Try solving problems, but the range you're targeting is fine. The only reason I think
यस
that your graph actually fails is because of this inactivity. Our brain kind of stops working in some manner, or it tries to, it's not that efficient after this amount of break. So this break almost lasted from October, okay, till
सर।
January, right? So that was a big break. So because of that, your
वो
rating is
सर
falling. Yeah.
एंड से में आ गया था तो छूट गया था थोड़ा।
भाई ये 4 महीने किसके एंड चल रहे हैं ये बताओ पहले.
सर थोड़ा आगे पीछे करते करते
Okay, cool. Okay, no worries, but yeah, get consistent, right? It's gonna
सर
improve in future.
ये पूछना था सर, कौन से टॉपिक सर कवर्ड
नहीं
होने
नहीं
चाहिए जैसे लेवल अप करने के लिए?
भाई देख, टॉपिक्स का क्या है, इस पर्टिकुलर रेंज में ऐसे कोई स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक है नहीं. एट बेस्ट यू कैन डू ग्रीडी अप्रोचेस, कंस्ट्रक्टिव एल्गोरिथम्स एंड बाइनरी सर्च. इससे और स्ट्रिंग्स वगैरह के बेसिक टॉपिक्स वो भी ग्रीडी वगैरह में कवर हो जाते हैं. डीपी वगैरह इस लेवल पे कोई पूछेगा नहीं तुमसे, ठीक है ना? ग्राफ्स पूछेंगे ना, एडवांस टॉप सेगमेंटरीज वगैरह तो डेफिनेटली नहीं पूछने वाले इस लेवल पे. So these things should be sufficient. Greedy algorithms, binary search, constructive algorithms, basic mathematics. These things are more than sufficient, I'll say. Make sense?
सर ऐसा है कि कॉन्टेस्ट में ए और बी तो लग जाते हैं लेकिन सी नहीं लगते। सर ऐसा ट्राई कर सकते हैं क्या कि पहले सी से, मतलब कॉन्टेस्ट में पहले सी से करना ट्राई करें, अगर सी लग जाए फिर ए भी
एक
करें।
काम करते हैं, सी प्रॉब्लम्स खोलते हैं कुछ, ठीक है, जो जैसे कॉन्टेस्ट में नहीं हुए थे, गलत हो रहे थे. लेट्स सी दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम. और पिछला सी कौन सा है? ये वाला. यार ये वाला सी ना थोड़ा गंदा आ गया था, आई डोंट नो व्हाई. मतलब ऑब्वियसली ये वैसे कंस्ट्रक्टिव ही है, दिस इज जस्ट अ लॉजिक टू इट. लेट्स सी सम प्रॉब्लम्स व्हिच यू आर अनएबल टू सॉल्व. जैसे ये प्रॉब्लम है, ठीक है, सी प्रॉब्लम है
यस
ना
सर।
ये. नाउ okay, I haven't solved this problem, but if you see the tags, right, just going by the tag, it's a binary search problem, ठीक है. So if you have already done gradient binary search तो ये हो जाना चाहिए था. Looking at the next problem, this is basically constructive problem, this is problem C, right? So basically logics, ये भी हो जाना चाहिए था, ठीक है. So the thing I'm trying to tell you is that जो problems आएंगे ना तेरे पे C में, so they always would be from these tags. कोई यार DP और ग्राफ वगैरह बहुत रेयर चांसेस है कोई C में पूछ लेगा तेरे से. So you shouldn't be worried about that. See, sorting greedy, C में हमेशा you will be getting those problems. From D and E onwards you get problems from DP, graphs, segmentaries, DSU, you can get any topic, but in this range you won't be getting that topic. If you want to practice such things, you're always welcome in the sessions, right? So I'm conducting sessions right now. So today we didn't have a session, tomorrow we'll be having a session on graphs and DSU, so you can join that. So what would happen is that firstly you'll be studying some concepts for this, right? So you'll be solving a lot of problems from greedy and stuff, so you'll be able to solve A, B and C well. And then I'll also be teaching you the question, teaching you topics from graphs, segmentaries and all of these topics that are required for from D onwards, right? So parallelly both of the concepts would be prepared, so that is something I can suggest. Make sense?
यस सर। सर तो अभी मुझे किस पे फोकस करना चाहिए सर? प्रैक्टिस पे करना चाहिए?
हाँ, प्रैक्टिस पे करो और सेशंस लगा लियो सब में, ठीक है, उससे हो जाएगा. और कुछ सेशंस में यार आई ऑलवेज से कि थोड़ा एक्टिव रहा करो, कि अगर कोई डाउट आए तभी पूछ लो. सो अब पीपल हेजिटेट अ बिट, राइट? सो डोंट डू दैट. आई एम जस्ट trying to teach you guys, so you can ask any doubt. So nothing is stupid or nothing is pretty like a really good doubt. You can ask anything that comes in mind.
या सर।
ठीक है भाई, और कुछ?
सर जैसे प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए हम कोड फोर्सेस पे रेटिंग सेट करके कर सकते हैं ना?
हाँ हाँ, डू दैट.
ओके सर,
ठीक है,
थैंक यू।
ओके ब्रो. Qubit, finally your turn. So we actually reviewed your profile, right? Sorry. Okay, so Prince की profile review हो गई. Anyone else? Cool. If there's no one else, I'm gonna quit the session right away. Okay, Hikaku. Hikaku ये hentai name है क्या कोई? मतलब what's the relevance of Hikaku? Just curious. Is your mic working? Okay, you're gonna type. Cool, no problem. Let's just look at your problems too. Okay, there goes your problems. Okay, so man, you are actually not active at all, so I don't think that is the right way to grow. See, hardly a few days you have actually been active on Code Forces itself. So noise and mic open your no worries, bro. It's fine. You can type over here. See, so first thing I'll suggest is start practicing. You're not actually practicing, or even if you're practicing it just for the problem at level 800, that's not the way to grow. So start. Okay, so 900. What you can do is start solving problems from this particular level. So from 1100 to 1300 range. So 1100 to 1300 is the range that you should be targeting. Solve a lot of problems from that range. You'll definitely grow, because right now you're not at all actually solving or up solving questions, so you'll not be able to grow in this manner. Yeah, अगर ऐसे चलता रहा तो definitely your rating is not gonna grow. ठीक है, so start solving problems. Make sense? And I guess you are pretty active in the group as well, right? So if you have a problem, you obviously know that how to proceed with it. I think you are one of the most active members. So yeah, that's my advice. Solve problems and solve in this particular range, because right now you're not active on Code Forces. You are active on the group but not on Code Forces. Try to be active over that. Anything else you want to ask, or that summarizes it and does it answer your doubt? Hikaku? Okay, I guess there's a problem typing also. Cool. So with that, I'm gonna close the session if there's no other doubt. Cool guys, thanks a lot for joining the session. Bye bye.